Hello. In my previous video, I was talking about explaining how the volume helps us to know the better trade. Last video we have seen in 75 minutes time frame, you can choose your time frame. Please note the lesser the time frame, higher the noise would be. Always remember to have at least more than 30 minutes or higher time frame of 45 minutes, 75 minutes, 10 minutes, 4 hours, 1 hour. Anything is good. But when you choose the time frame which is very less, there is a likely chance of losing the trade more and noises are going to be more. Be very cautious about choosing the time frame. I would always choose the time frame greater than 30 minutes, and my favorite time frame is 210 minutes and 75 minutes. Sometimes I go for 45 minutes, but always I prefer to have the time frame 210 minutes. The reason being why I have this 210 minutes is that before entry appearing in the 4 hour, I could see that happening in the 210 minutes, which is very close to 4 hours. That is, 210 minutes is very close to 4 hours. That's the reason I have this. But to have a confirmation about the trade, I would also look for 75 minutes most of the time. Okay, now we will get into this how to use this volume to have a better trade and to have a profitability of the trade we have taken. Before explaining about this volume, I just wanted to explain one more time about this indicator quickly, that is long by long sell indicator, and I have another script that is not included as part of the long by long sell indicator. Please note, it doesn't mean that you have to always use this indicator to decide about your trading. I am just using this indicator which has been developed by me, and it helps me a lot to be on the profitable side. That's why I am using it. You can choose any indicator. Sometimes you don't even need any indicator. As per the price action, without indicator also you can better do the trading. Got it? Now we will enter into it. So, as you know, the blue candles and the green backgrounds are the one where we will in the long zone. Black candle and the red background are the one we will be in the short entry zone, and we continue there. These are all the signals by this cross mark, triangle, kind of wick, and these lines are the indicator which would definitely help us to move or traverse on the trades, right? Please watch my previous video. There you would come to know a little bit good explanation about this. I don't want to repeat this again in this video. We will quickly go into using the volume, how we can better identify the trade. Look at this. We know here is where we take a trade, right? The same goal in 10 minutes. Here is where we take a trade. What if we can take this trade little in advance so that we can secure our position and not needed to be in very confused state about the trade, whether it will go in a positive direction or not. Let me quickly explain. Please try to catch it. I just wanted to move this chart little this side. As you know, this is where the short happened, right? Because the background was red, candle was green, candle was black, and we have also got some other indication that adds strength for this short entry. But immediately flip happened, price started pulling up from low to up. As you know, we always ask this question, who is controlling the price, right? So in this case, who is controlling the price? We very well know the wick is long in the bottom side and low to high it is trying to go. That means buyer is trying to control the price. Buyer wanted to actually take a control to push the price in the top side. But the indicator did not give any long indication here. We know indicators are working with a certain logic, so it cannot perfectly identify everything. So it is our duty to identify it clearly whether to enter very early or not. So how we can decide to enter the trade as a long here or here rather than entering here? I am going to explain this quickly. See it here, the volumes. I have added a volume with little average. So if we go to the setting, I have this average length as 3, and in the style I chose this type. This is column type to show what is growing candle and what is falling candle, and also added moving average with this color. This is also a column type. We can adjust this opacity so that we definitely know the volume movement as well as where exactly the moving average is plotted. Okay, both we come to know. You can adjust as per your wish. You can also add any other color that you prefer to have. See it here. I have now the opacity is so transparent. Now, if I move to 65, I see both movement of the volume and where exactly the moving average of the volume is plotted. Okay, this is what we need. You can also adjust this length from 3 to any number and see what is working good for you. This is one of the most powerful strategy, guys. So please try to adapt this in your trading. This would definitely help you making trade in a better way. Please, I am using this for long and it is very beneficial for me, and I wanted to share this with you all. Okay, now we will go. So look at this. The you know the volume will never rebind because the volume is always in increasing trend. If there was 1,000 volume earlier and now another guy bought something or sold something, the volume will increase, it will never decrease. So there is no point of talking about rebinding here. And also we can be very confident once it gives the signal. We can trust this, I would say. Reliability is more. Okay, so here what happens, see it, the volume had come above the moving average volumes. You know how the moving average is calculated. This is where the moving average level is. See here, the shadow yellow or orange, whatever be the color you want to call it. So that is the moving average line or the column plotted. On top of it, the volume is coming. So this is where the indication, whenever the volume is above the moving average or very close to this plot, that is where we have to enter the trade. Okay, keep this in mind. Whenever the volume plot is above the moving average plot or very close to this moving average plot, that is where we have to be ready for taking the trade. And also the color of this column indicates how the volume is positive or volume is for short. In this case it is a short volume, which means price had dropped, so that is why it is in red color. The relative volume we are not considering here. The total volume traded is what we are considering. So only look for this color of this column to decide about the entry. So here definitely it is a positive entry. We can enter, and suppose you are in indecision whether to go for this trade or wait for one more candle to appear and then take a trade, yes, we can wait for it. And here you definitely know the volume is building up high and high. Also, it is above the moving average columns. So this is where we can enter the trade and follow the indication given by long by long sell indicator to be on the safe side. So once you take the trade, you definitely know there is another buy signal come here, and we have this adaptive line in green. So it clearly shows that we can continue the trade here. We don't need to close it. Here we have got a sell signal. Many would have sold it, but if we have little risk-taking power, we should have continued this trade higher and higher. And as per the price action strategy, this is where we see an abnormal wick on the top as per the price action, and next becomes the indecision. And again here we see there is a big wick in the top which shows there is a selling pressure. We could either close this trade here or here or here, or when we get a such drop, then we should close the trade. Hope you understand. We will take some more example and see it. Now it is in 2 10 minutes. The price started dropping, and in the previous candle itself, you see this is above the moving average plot, right? That means we are entering into the selling zone. That is what it is showing. After this, in the next candle, you see there is a big volume buildup that shows the short is very stronger than the long. So here is also we can take for a trade and continue. Fine. If we have taken a trade, as usual, we should use the background. Here it is red. We should be in a short continuation. Likewise, there are other indications. See here, even if I take out this from this way, um, from here, if I take out, there is another line that is running. Let it go. So these two line also showing that we can continue this trade. See here, up to this, we could have continued this trade. But if you want to close this trade, there were multiple indication to close. Here, we would have closed. Here, we could have closed. Or here, we could have closed. Here also, we got a sell signal for close. So there are multiple exit criteria and entry criteria. You know better how to do it. So always use this volume as one of your strong strategy entry criteria to take long or short. So as you see in 2 10 minutes, we have got a good entry and exit. Likewise, here also we have got a good entry and exit. This is third entry and exit is yet to come. You see here, exit is not there. But if you want to close this trade well in advance, this is the place we can close. The reason being, we have got this red close mark, and there is also an indication long close is appearing. We could close this. But if you want to continue for more trade, then you can continue because these two lines are still in green. And when I enable this, here also it will be in green. I mean, the third plot also green only, right? So we can continue. But as per the volume, if you want to close, this is where we should close. The reason being, here the short volume or the short candle volume is higher than the moving average, and pretty much the box is larger than any other previous volume. So this is the place we should close and wait for a better entry to come next time to take a long. Hope this video is very useful for you, and this would give a clarity of how to take a trade and be positive on this. All this information would be very beneficial for you is what I believe. If you have any query or wanting more information about how to make a trade successful, leave a comment in the YouTube or anywhere. And once I get to know, I will try to make another video explaining about your query. Thanks for watching this video. Please try to adapt this strategy. The long sell indicator may not be available. Only when I give access, you will get it. But other volume and other things are free. You can set it up and try to use it. I have explained in 75 minutes and 210 minutes. So make use of this for your trading and investing. Thank you so much. I will meet you in another video. Have a good time. Thank you. Bye bye.